What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, hang on. So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about evilness rules this world, right? Now I'm gonna talk about how usually corrupt people or how corrupt people get away with shit they always do. I'm also gonna talk about just money control, time speeding up, and just a lot of violence and battles that goes around this world, right? There's a lot of corruption, a lot of bullshit that takes place in this world. Like no matter what, this realm we're living in, this earth, this world is based on evil shit. So let's get to it. Um, so the reason why I believe evilness runs this world, evil, they run this shit. Word evil, corruption, violence, um, enslavement, all this shit, it rules the world. Now, here's how I look at it right now. I look at it from a spiritual perspective too. So like these videos, this is how I view God, right? This is how I view God in the universe, right? So I feel like God, for whatever reason, God allows a lot of evil shit to take place in this world. Again, I've said this on all my videos. Just the fact that we have enslavement, like bro, we had slaves for thousands of years, bro, or just for a long ass time. You know how fucking crazy that is? How's that even possible? We had enslavement. We have fucking just the fact that money controls us. Like you can't meet the certain people you want to meet without money. You can't travel around the places you want to do. You can't travel around the things you really want to do without money. You can't fucking get the things you really want without money. Everything revolves around money. We have so much toxic fucking family members because of money. Because and a lot of divorces happens because of money. And why do I say toxic family members because of money? Because one, when a reckless fucking dumbass female has sex with another reckless stupid ass ain't shit guy, they reproduce babies, right? And since they're so fucking toxic, more than likely they're not financially stable. Have you noticed all the shitty parents, all like dysfunctional families? They come like there's a pattern between dysfunctional families, shitty ass family members. Is because they don't have the fucking have you noticed there's a pattern between like again dysfunctional families and finances? Now, I never heard a time where there's toxic family households and rich households. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm wrong, then please comment. But at least I never heard of it. Maybe I haven't done enough research, but I've never heard of like toxic family members coming from rich households. And my definition of rich is not in the middle class. I don't consider the middle class as rich. Consider well actually yeah there could be toxic families who are rich but it's rare but more so you usually always hear toxic and dysfunctional families and abusive domestic violence households they always come from either from lower class from like lower classes poverty pretty much that's why people go to jail and shit like just all this shit right but again just the fact that money rules this world right like I'll be thinking to God, like, yo, God, universe, why would you even allow some shit like this to happen? Why would you allow so much corruption, evil shit to take place? Me, I came from a very dysfunctional, toxic family, right? And the amount of shit they've got away with and they've done to me behind closed doors, like even the cops and the police, like they're so fucking. At least the ones I've dealt with, they're so fucking stupid. Like they can't see how corrupt my family is. I could over-explain myself so many times, give them facts, but they still won't see that shit. You know, because my toxic family, they're so good at manipulating the situation. I'm not sure if they're aware of what they fucking do, but like. I don't know, man. That's a whole different video topic. I won't talk about my family situations because, like, it's crazy. Like, I'm glad I'm away from them now, but like the type of shit they'll do, like the type of shit they'll do, it sounds like spiritual warfare. It sounds like it's demonic influence or by the Jezebel spirit. It's shit like that. I'm sure you guys hear about like stories about the Jezebel spirit, like demonic possessions, this and that. It seems like there's a lot of negative entities who had a lot of influence behind my stupid ass family's behavior towards me or like the shit they'll do because the shit they'll do is very like I'm telling you it's like textbook manipulation, the type of shit they'll do. I'm not sure if they're narcissists. I'm not sure if they have narcissistic personality disorder, but they're very manipulative. Like I can't even explain it. It's just too much, man. Like if you ever dealt with a narcissist or narcissistic people, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Because like they're just so skilled at like manipulating and doing shit behind closed doors. You know, it's insane. And like and other spiritual channels, they talk about like it's demonic influence or it's the Jezebel spirit influencing these fucking family members or not family members, but like narcissistic people. Narcissists and demonic possession goes hand in hand, which makes sense because they're so good at tricking people. They're so good at manipulation. It sounds like a fucking demon, right? Exactly, because they are a demon because they're being possessed by a fucking demon. Even there's people reports where they've dealt with narcissistic people. They've been reports of seeing their eyes switch up to like pitch black or whatever. People on YouTube talk about shit like that. It's demonic possession. That's pretty much what the fuck it is, you know. And if you're being attacked by like narcissistic people, then that just shows how much of a badass you are. That means you got an important soul mission in life, you know, to the point where like you gotta experience spiritual warfare and shit. But spiritual warfare, in my opinion, it could come in all different ways, I guess. So it could be with family members, coworkers, with anywhere you're at, you know, in any situation. This is why, like I said before, this world, this realm, evilness and corruption runs this shit. The human experience in general is so fucking evil, bro. Like you feel a lot of pain, but it's not like that. It's just this society, this world. I mean, the human experience it is painful. The human experience, like being a human in itself, it is fucked up because like again, we can feel pain. Like when we naturally pass away, yeah, that's pain. Like we'll all die a painful, slow death. Like the human body is naturally disgusting because like the human body like don't take a shower in 2 days. The human body is gonna smell. Like just the fact that it has human like it has a human body, we have like odor, like we naturally stink like that. We always gotta take care of ourselves. Like that, like, a human body is not pleasant. It's very disgusting. I view the human body as very disgusting. Like I don't that shit grows me out. I don't like learning about like the human organs. This and that. It's fucking disgusting. Like that shit creeps me out, man. Even sometimes anatomy. It's just I hate the human experience sucks. But it's not that. It's just um um this. I'm talking about the society more so. Like this world. Like it's fucking evil, man. Like why is it? Like, just watch the fucking news. Some people say the news is fake, this and that, but every time you turn on the news, what do you hear? Killings, people passing away. Like just the fact that people die 24/7. It's an evil world, man. The world's evil. It's naturally corrupt. It's naturally like evil runs this shit. Just the fact that we have demonic attacks, like low vibrational entities, just always influencing people. Like they always partake in this world. It shows that this realm we're living in is hell. Earth is hell, and like we should get the fuck out of at least after we pass away. Like I'm not sure how it is in the afterlife, but you hear stories about reincarnation or like just not coming back here, this and that. Very evil world. So I don't know why God allows shit like this to happen. I don't know why God just decided to, hey, let me create a situation to where human beings are easily controlled by money, and that like I'm humans' free wills. They're gonna inflicting so much pain onto people, even though I have the power to change this earth and realm. But I decide not to, and so I'm just gonna watch and let human beings destroy and annihilate each other, especially the innocent human beings who have nothing to do with this evil world. I'm still gonna watch them suffer because I created this realm, so I can still watch it because I have the power to say so. That's I feel like that's how God mindset is, or like God doesn't. I really believe God doesn't give a shit about us. I really do believe that. Like y'all could call me spiteful. Maybe I'm bitter, this and that, because my life sucks. But like, or this world is lame. But I kind of at times I believe God doesn't give a shit about humans at all. Like I, not even humans, but life in general. You see how animals get treated, bro? You have animal abuse, this and that. You see how the wildlife is. You see how animals constantly eat each other, kill each other, and bite each other, and just annihilate each other, eating each other to death. Why would God create something like that? I never understood that. It's crazy, man. Like I seen videos like deers and like they getting eaten alive by like lions or tigers or some shit or like other animals. I'm like, why would God create something like that? Like who in their right mind would actually create something like that? What the fuck? God could be a psychopath, man. A crazy fucking scientist, bro. Why would you allow some shit like this to happen? But anyways, and not only that, but just the fact that time is speeding up. Like, why the like now? So, just the fact that time is speeding up, it makes me think like, okay, is God making time speeding up, or is it, or is it the Matrix, or there has to be a spiritual influence on why time is speeding up. You know, this realm makes no fucking sense. And just the fact that as human beings, we don't have access to spiritual knowledge. We don't have access to our past life knowledge, this and that. Why the hell do we have some people who are naturally very psychic and like intuitive? No, not even intuitive, but you hear people saying they're naturally psychic, or they're very good at magic, or like they know how to predict the future, or none of that. But like just naturally psychic people, right? While other people aren't as psychic, this and that. And I understand there's different techniques to become psychic, but just the fact that basically some people were born with more spiritual gifts than the average person, right? And I consider that as spiritual knowledge. But just the fact that as human beings we don't have enough, or some, or actually most don't have spiritual knowledge like that, it's fucked up. I feel like God could give us so much spiritual knowledge, such as us remembering our past lives, or us remembering how life is like in afterlife. Just the fact that God doesn't allow human beings to have those type of access or knowledge, it shows how controlling God is. Maybe God did it for our best benefit. Maybe God do it. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know why God did that. You just never know. You know, just never know. But God does seem, in my opinion, kind of controlling. God just allows bullshit to happen in His realm and in this society. But yeah, but I'm kind of off topic. But yeah, but in this world, there's a lot of evilness and corruption. A lot of people, corrupt people especially, they get away with shit. This is why you hear about the elites, the government in power. Now, me, I don't know too much about the elites or the government or corrupt government. I just hear these from conspiracy theories, but it could be right. Again, just the fact that we have money control, that's corruption in itself. I personally believe there is corrupt government. Can't explain or I don't know who they are, but you hear like about people getting kidnapped, people getting killed, missing children, like sex trafficking, just a lot of shit like this, right? A lot of wars, a lot of battles, and a lot of animals being abused and shit. Like it's crazy. Like just the fact that all this goes around in this world relentlessly, not just by a little bit, by like a lot. This world is naturally fucking evil, man. It's crazy. We're forced to do things we really don't want to do in life because of money. That's evil. That's corruption right there. You know, it's fucked up. Just the fact that we have racism. I can't say like just the fact that we had slaves back then, bro. Enslavement, like that's evil. That's corrupt. You know, like this world runs on evil shit. It seems like people or the higher ups who are very naturally evil and corrupted, they always get away with doing shit like this. You know, it, yeah, it's a fucking cycle. So I never understood that. I never understood why life is so evil. Why evil people to get away with so much shit. You know, and I understand there's different spiritual perspectives for like when it comes to spirituality and spiritual channels. There's so much information out there. So like. No, but I don't want to explain all that because one, I don't remember, and two, it's a lot. So I'm just saying, as an overall, like a lot of evilness takes place in this world. You know, it's fucked up. We have a lot of divorce rates. We have a lot of like childhood neglect, dysfunctional families, all this evil shit, right? Just the fact that everyone, no, not everyone, but most people in this world, this human experience, aren't satisfied with life. They're depressed. They rather not do the things they'll do. They're forced to do it because of money. That's corruption in itself. Have you observed? It seems like every human being, we all have some type of trauma. We all have some type of deep rooted pain. There's always some shit happening. Whether it be like mental health, like either people are struggling with their mental health, people are struggling with their finances, people are struggling with having their own home, lack of shelter, lack of food, resources. Everyone is struggling with something in a very fucked up bad way. Everyone's in so much in any way, any person they are experiencing some type of horrible pain. Everyone is. Everyone suffers, and this is how you know this world is so evil. And I understand there's a lot of growth when it comes to suffering. You can learn a lot. Some people in the spiritual community or spiritual channels mention that like if you go through pain, that's how you grow, that's how your soul grows, this and that, etc. But like, it's still fucked up. We as human beings, we still want to feel that. So this world is very evil. All the shit I mentioned, it sounds like hell, huh? Because more than likely, Earth could be hell. Just saying. But what else? And again, just the fact that we have like third world countries, is, you know, people getting bombed, this and that, like just all these wars and battles, and I don't have the right answers to why. I'm not saying it's a right thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying just naturally, like this world, there's always conflict around this world. There's always some shit going on. It's always chaotic, And sometimes I ask, like, why would God allow some shit like this to happen? No matter what, there's always conflict or there's always bullshit going around. Whether it could be with people, with families, with society, with money, with wars or as a collective, there will always be conflict, chaos, and bullshit going on, no matter what. And just the fact that time is speeding up now these days very rapidly, that just it adds on to the conflict, it adds on to the chaos. There's never peace in this fucking world, and I'm not saying there's a right or wrong, because maybe too much peace could be a bad thing. You just never know. So it's one of those things where it is what it is, but like I can't deny the fact that like evilness and corruption do rule this world. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, dislike, or comment down below. Let me know how you view society, how you view world. Do you think it's very evil, or do you think there's a much deeper purpose behind this? You know what I'm saying? Maybe the reason why the world's so evil, maybe because God wants to test us to see how much we have faith in God or in the Creator. Is this a test? Who knows? But yeah, comment down below and let me know what you think. And I'm out. Peace.